before we dive into this program, I'm going to share my screen so that you guys can actually see what this program is. But because you found this program, so can you give us a little bit of what it does?
Preamble.
The preamble, without giving the name yet, just kind of why you were wowed by it.
So first of all, whatever we talk about on Tech City, if you go to themastermind.city and go to our resources page, I think the link might be on the bottom footer. I'm not sure if it's in the nav bar, but it's in the bottom footer.
It's on your screen right now.
Okay, so if you go to our resources page, this is all the tech that we're using more than that, but this is the tech that we know you would benefit from by using it. So this company is there. And the reason we tell you to go to the resource page, is because sometimes we give out the name and people go, what was that? And then we get a million emails that say, what was the company again?
So this way,
anything that we are using is on there. So except in the next 2 weeks, you'll probably see a heck of a lot more because we are right now trialing so many things that we don't even know which one to recommend because they're all great. So this one, so how many of you do YouTube videos? Think to yourself, or is it something that you want to start doing, right? You know, if you've listened to us before, you know I'm a YouTube girl. It's where I love watching YouTube. That's where I get all my information most of the time. And so when you're doing YouTube, most people think they can upload a video, which is cool. They can do the start. Then it's how do you get seen, right? Well, you have to do the description and the keywords and the hashtags, and then you can have chapter outlines. And it's a lot of work, right? And we've been guilty of not doing it either because of that, right?
Well, it does take time because a lot of people feel that, or a lot of people assume that if you build it, they will come. So you have a video, you upload it to YouTube, people will watch it, everybody's happy. Right. Well, it doesn't really work like that.
No. So you have to get your description, your hashtags, your keywords. And then even if you do spend, all day doing one video, you get that all done and you still don't get traction. You don't really know what's going wrong, right? You can look at the analytics in the back a little bit, but you just know how many people are viewing it, but you don't really know why it's not catching. Why aren't more people looking at it? So we established one of our channels is called Clarity Wellness Collective, and it is our soft side of Mastermind City. So that's where you'll find a lot of health and wellness and personal development, lots of videos, summits we created through one of our companies like Forest 17. So all of those are on this channel. And we uploaded a lot and we're still uploading. We have so many hundreds of videos. Yeah. So it was a little daunting because Stacy uploaded it. And then my job was to do search for descriptions and keywords. Now you can go ahead and go to ChatGPT and put a headline and say, can you give me a description? But it's not really a description of yours, right? You're just giving it a line, right? And it's writing out what a description could be, but that's not really your video.
Right.
So it was a little bit, I was hesitant, right? I was like, oh, this is going to take, this is a 6-month project. So there's no way we can get it done. And I was like, there must be a software out there that can help me out. So we found this amazing software. Kudos to them. We found this amazing software, and here's what it does in a nutshell before Stacy shows you. You upload your video, right? You have a link to your video. You go into this software, you put the link in the software and just the keyword of what it is. So if it was like yoga, you would just put the link and the word yoga, and then you click a button. And then what it does, it analyzes your entire video. It writes a complete description based on your video. It's not a AI generated that has nothing to do with it. It's based on your video. It then creates all the chapter timestamps. Then it creates all the hashtags, the keywords, okay? And if you don't have a thumbnail, it will create a thumbnail for you as well. And then you can click the big button on the bottom that says sync to YouTube, and you connect your YouTube channel, which is very simple, so don't worry about that. And then it pulls all of it into your YouTube backend. And if you like it as is, you click save. That's it. So what would have taken me probably at least an hour, maybe 2 hours per video is now literally 1 minute, not even, maybe.
Yeah, I was just going to say I was literally going to say an hour per video. By the time you went to a program, uploaded the video, had the writing, the description, title suggestions, going through that. What do you recommend for keywords? What do you recommend for here? Creating the thumbnail, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, this kind of does it all. So it's kind of cool.
And I got to tell you one more thing about it. We're going to show it to you in a minute. But one more thing about this software is, so you upload a bunch of them and you've done maybe, let's say you did 10 this month, right? You can go into behind in this software and it will tell you your worst performing video. And it will say, do you want to re-optimize it? So you click the button, it will create a new description and new hashtags to see if that works better for you than the former one. But the cool thing is it's coming up with the correct hashtags and keywords based on what YouTube is showing to people, what best practices is, what relates to your video. I can't say enough. I love this.
And I think what's really interesting about this is that, because I remember we obviously trialed it on 2 of our videos, which you'll see in a second. Yeah. And I was like, oh, well, I would never have thought of that title, because you get so stuck in your head, I think, as a business owner, we're like, but this is what it is and this is what I want to call it, that you don't really think outside the box, or maybe you just don't, like, I'm not a creative person when it comes to titles and words and all of that kind of stuff. So I go, oh, well, that's really interesting. And what's really fun, because I'm an analytics person, I love looking at the numbers, is that you go, oh, well, it only had this many views before. But I was pretty proud. I was like, you know what? I really like that title. And I thought the description was good. And, but it only has this many views. And you kind of go, huh. And then all of a sudden we put this through, and we changed the title, we changed the description, it updated the keywords, et cetera, et cetera. And all of a sudden you go back and you look at the views and you go, holy cow, that really worked. So then you kind of go, okay, let's go. And how can we do this? So,
and it really did. I mean, I've done, I don't know, maybe 20 right now. And it's fascinating when it gives you 10 different titles to choose from, and it'll tell you the mark. Is this, which one's the best?
Right.
If you don't like any of them, you can re-optimize. But here's the interesting thing about it. As Stacey said, when it changes the title, I consider myself a really good copywriter. And I'm fascinated that when I used it created a new title for my own videos, it was better than what I had called it. So it's kind of cool. So ta-da, let's go.
So drum roll. It is called Taja.
Yeah. So if you, like I said, just go to our resources page, and then you'll be able to see it. So this is how easy the interface is, right? Stacey, do you want to walk through it, or?
So it's literally, you would click here and you would exactly what Faye said earlier, put in the YouTube link, put in a keyword, and click optimize. 1, 2, 3, very, very easy. So we have done a couple that we did. So these are the ones that we sort of started with. Let me just scroll down to the bottom
because I did all those this morning.
I was like, wow, all this, that wasn't there earlier. So for example, Faye had done, again, we did a summit for 417, and she did one that she called Buddhism in Nature. Great title. The description we thought was great. But what it did, which was really interesting, which is what I thought was really cool, in the video, you mention a loving kindness meditation.
Right. And that's
what we never thought to put that in the description.
No. And that's what I focused the entire video for. So
which was an interesting concept. So it pulled this title. Again, it's pulling information that you've already said. It's pulling information that's already there. So when we looked at this later, it was...
You can click on it. Just click right in it. There we go. So I just want to show you the top. I put the URL, the link at the top, right? And there's my keywords. That was all that was in it, right?
Yeah.
And so when we hit optimize, it first creates an entire transcript. So if you want the transcript in, it's there, but YouTube does it, so we don't worry about that. And there's the titles it gave me. And it gave me virtual scores, right?
Which I thought, well, I love this part. I love the fact that it's...
And then if
it's so easy to see.
And if you scroll down, it will show you what it looks like if you change your titles, right? So it actually shows you, if you want to click one, you keep it. If you don't, you just move on. If you want to say, I don't like any of them, can you re-optimize? You can.
Yeah.
So I picked this, I hit continue, and then if you scroll down, you'll see that it wrote the entire description and it wrote the chapters. So every chapter with a timestamp is on there. Kind of cool, right?
And it actually, when you, again, we've got the tags.
Hashtags are in the description.
Yeah, we could re-optimize if but it actually put, like, it doesn't just do the timestamps. It actually, in the video on YouTube, when you go to click on it, it actually, if you clicked on this chapter, it would go to that. So it actually segments the video automatically into these chapters, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, and given that all we did was put in the YouTube link, that's really all we did.
That's all we did. And then it created tags that it automatically puts over onto the YouTube. All of this is automatically, as soon as you click, sync to YouTube.
Yeah. So if you see the beta, there's thumbnails that it creates, which is kind of cool. So it will create thumbnails based on what it sees. Now, these don't automatically sync because they don't want to automatically sync and ruin a thumbnail that you have. So if you like something, this is where you can download it. And this is where I say you can put it in Canva or download it as is. But you can download the link, put it in Canva, and then if you want to take out the silhouette of that person and put you there instead, it will automatically do that. But how cool is it to have those generated? So if you wanted to put big script or whatever on top of it, this is only their beta. So when they get better at it, when their AI gets better at it, these thumbnails will be really, really impressive.
Yeah, it's just, I was shocked. So very easy to do. Like, there's literally no work.
No work.
Like, the amount of time to pull the copy, pull the transcript, create the thumbnail, redo the title, get the description, the chapters, that would take a lot of work within YouTube to pull all of that. Research all your tags. You would probably be, like we said before, probably about an hour per video. And this takes minutes. To do.
So you can show them another one. You want to show them yours or anyone? Doesn't matter.
I'll go down. Let me see. Where is it? Let's do this one. So same thing. So I did one on photography and videography. So same thing. YouTube video. I actually did not put any keywords in mine.
You don't have to.
Because I wanted to see what it would do without the keywords and just pulling from the video itself. I clicked optimize. So same process. It did the transcription, the title. It even puts emojis in there, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
You click select because, again, you've got the score and you can see others. Same thing. As you can see, I've clicked that. So I know that that's what it's going to look like over on YouTube.
And just so let's point something out very clearly. The title of your thing was Capture the Forest.
Right.
Nobody really knew what that meant, right?
I knew what it meant. I didn't understand why nobody else did.
So it relabeled it to Unlock Forest Magic 10 Must-Try Photography Hacks. How great is that title in comparison?
Well, like, again, going back to that's what I said in the video. Because I literally, the video is 10 photography hacks.
Right.
But it wasn't in my title, nor was it in my description. So it recognized that and went, well, why are you like, I feel like it's like the little, like something on your shoulder going, well, why didn't you just tell people that?
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of trying to hide it in the video. So it pulled it, and then it says it literally right in the beginning, 10 must try photography hacks. It's not different words.
And the cool part too is you can, once you click the button and go over, it'll open up in your YouTube studio for this video, directly for this video. You can still add. So anything you want to add to that description while you're in YouTube, you can add. Yeah. So, and you can take things out if you don't like it, right? You could actually take things out here, but you can do it right in the YouTube studio. So you have full control. You don't have to worry about, you know, it coming over and going, oh my God, I made a mistake.
I didn't need to click that button and now it's over on YouTube. And how do I find that video and how do I edit it? No, there's a double check. So there's definitely that, you know, again, it pulls it up into YouTube and you have time to scan it going, okay, there's the title. Yes, that's what I want. If there's any spelling mistakes, you have the opportunity to change it. But if you're good with what it is, you just click save and you don't have to worry about anything.
It's truly one of my favorite softwares I've ever found. And it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. And like I said, we, excuse me, just started using this. So we will be optimizing. We're going to go into the back end. And it'll tell us, do you want to, it usually picks 3 videos. We don't have to tell it. It picks 3 videos every month, I think. And it says, you need to re-optimize these because they're not doing so well. And then you just re-click the button again, and it'll go ahead and sync again. So,
well, I think people, I don't know about everybody else, but when you start doing a lot of videos, you continually focus forward and you always focus on the most recent. But sometimes you forget about videos that you've done a few months ago or even a few years ago. But this program will actually help you and go, hey, remember this video? You should click, you know, revive this video. Yeah. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that's a really good one. And then you have all of this new stuff. But I just wanted to point out what we were saying about spelling. So again, you know, the thumbnails I thought were really cute. Like I love what they generate for that. Obviously, in this particular one, the spelling is incorrect, and this would be one that you would want to take over and you could adjust the spelling, which is really good. And then I could generate more.
Super easy to change those thumbnails. I actually used one of the thumbnails today on one of the videos, and I had to change the spelling.
Okay.
Because it was, so I dragged it into Canva and I changed that simple spelling. And that was it. I think it was the Power Pilates that
I was going to say that one looks different than the others.
And it said, it had the spelling wrong, and I can't see it from here, but it said, I think it was small was incorrect.
Okay.
So I pulled it in because again, this is prefixing, right? So I pulled like down, if you look at go to the right, you can see where the download button is, Stacy, just so they know how easy it is. Right at the top, where you can download it.
Oh, okay. You can download the pictures?
Yeah. So you download the picture. It's right in the corner. Anyway, you download it directly and then you put it up in Canva. And I changed that one spelling. And then that was all I did. And then I just went into YouTube and changed the thumbnail. Yeah, so really great. I thought really great.
So when you when you click on the picture, sorry, I was in the wrong section. When you actually click on I'll just pull that back again. Here are the thumbnails. When you click on one, there's the download button right there, that little arrow. Yeah. So that is how easy it is. And it downloads into a pretty good resolution photo that you can then manipulate.
So if you actually go to Clarity Wellness Collective on YouTube, you'll see that specific one, because now that we've talked about it, you can look at that one and you can see, you can read the description and you can see the thumbnail. We used everything as is. I didn't change a thing at all in anything. I used the keywords. I used the hashtags, you name it. So, and now what we get to do is see, that was a really good performing video for us. And so I want to see, you know, how it changes. And here's the cool thing. When you eventually go back to Taja, or what you'll see is that
spelled it wrong.
That's okay. What you'll see is that I can't do it now because I just loaded it, but you can click on that specific video you did. You can look at the analytics and it will tell you how much better it performed since you've uploaded it. So since you changed the description, it'll say, you got, 100 more views than normal, or you increased it by X percentage. So it's really, really cool. I encourage you, like I said, go to our resource page, click on it, and see what you think. I can't, like I said, say enough. There might be other ones similar to this. I haven't found one. I know there's some YouTube ones that are not bad, but they don't do as much as this one, or other YouTube ones that are more focused on ads as opposed to generating descriptions. So kind of cool.
So this is the video, and I just wanted to show it from a YouTube perspective, but I just lost the thumbnail.
Yeah. Okay. So if you click on the more in the description.
Right.
There's a thumbnail. Yeah, because it only shows for a minute.
Only shows for a second.
Yeah. So, but if you click on the description, there it is. You'll see that the whole description now has all the information that's direct from the software. I didn't do any of it at all. I just clicked the sync button. That's all I did. And I uploaded the thumbnail because I wanted to test an AI thumbnail versus what we originally had. So we're constantly testing, which is a great thing for you guys who are going to join us every week, because we'll tell you how it's going. So every time we do a Tech City, we will do an update on the software that we just talked about, so that next week we'll say, yeah, this is what we found they added, or it works even better. So kind of cool.
Exactly. So one of the things that I like in YouTube, again, is the breaking it down by chapter. Yeah. And that takes some time to do it manually within YouTube itself. But again, because Taja does it automatically, I just wanted to show you what that looks like. And there are all the chapters that it did, and it broke up the video and listed them here so that when you click on a particular time, it can go directly to that part of the video. So very smart. We can't say enough about this. I think I was wowed by the ease of it. And I think more importantly is that the AI pulled the information that you were saying in the video rather than you just kind of typing in a topic and it coming up with the title, or it coming up with a description. It actually pulled what's already in the video. So if you already have your videos in YouTube, this is probably the best time saver that has been around for a while.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, thank you so much for what's going on in the world, what's going on in tech, and we look forward to showing you more next week.